And a very warm welcome to today's exploration of the best ways for you to experience a deeper sense of complete well-being, happiness and fulfillment. It's always wonderful when you can join me. And I thought it might be interesting for us to have a quick overview of some of the strange reasons why we often get in the way of our own success. We call it self-sabotage. And it's an interesting phenomenon because it's really deliberate. I mean, how many of us wake up in the morning and say, ooh, how can I make life difficult? How can I cause problems and how can I just break the pattern of success I've been achieving? Well, self-sabotage happens all the time. We're not always aware of it because, as you know, you and I as humans were deeply influenced by our early childhood experiences. We are effectively imprinted with a set of behaviors, thoughts and feelings. Usually it comes from our family, and we tend to carry that programming throughout our lives. We associate with our personality, but in that sense, your character, your personality is largely an invention, something that's been given to you, donated by your family, which is why it's full of contradictions, because the programming is really consistent. But when you notice that there are areas in your life that are not living up to your expectations, most of the time it's due to the particular role you're playing. It's due to the thoughts and feelings that have been grafted onto your subconscious at an early age. And my question today is simply to ask ourselves, how can we undo that programming? How can we overcome the habit of self-defeating behavior that often gets in the way of happy relationships, a successful career, an ability to fulfill goals and to create success? Self-sabotage can be seen everywhere, but it's not always obvious. You can see it in the results, the outcomes we achieve, but you rarely get an opportunity to think about the underlying cause. So one of the ways we can begin to disassemble this early programming is through meditation. That's right, an opportunity to become calm and to just ask ourselves, why do I feel this way? Where do these thoughts and feelings come from? Why do I do this? Where does this behavior come from? Because as you gradually expose the underlying fabric of your behavior, you discover that it rarely survives exposure to logic and the light of reason. It's interesting, isn't it? The more that you examine these phenomena, the greater the opportunity for you to introduce subtle changes, adjustments, so that you can begin to choose how you think, how you feel, how you behave. And that can mark a revolutionary point of transformation in your life. You might open up your life to the kind of satisfaction and happiness that you never thought was possible. We're playing roles unconsciously, wearing the masks we were given as small children to make us more amenable, to make sure we fit in more easily with society. Some of those masks may work, but they obscure your real potential. And my suggestion is that if it's possible for us to free ourselves from this vast range of behavioral influence, there's a chance we can find something more useful. Beyond asking yourselves why you do certain things the way you do them, you could ask a deeper question. You could inquire who is thinking these thoughts, who is feeling this way, who's behaving this way, because this helps us to deconstruct some of the elements of the personality that I would argue don't serve your best interests. They're a legacy, a leftover from our early childhood. And why would I want to live my entire life playing these roles and unconsciously pretending to be somebody that I'm not, when there's a chance for us to find something deeper, something more durable and authentic that will, in almost every case, better serve the purposes of your life. We've touched on this before, but you can always add a string of simple positive affirmations to help you to reprogram your behavior, to adjust the way that you're thinking and feeling, because most of the thoughts and feelings are automatic. They're knee-jerk reactions. We don't often question ourselves to say, well, are they useful? Do they help? And that's why the purpose of this short video is to simply introduce us to this possibility of being able to see, feel, think and behave in a way which really suits our potential for a happier and more fulfilling life. It does have an incredible impact on the quality of your health. It gives you an opportunity to experience life, wow, at a much happier level, calmer, more creative. It's this feeling that you really are more in control rather than just acting like a puppet that's pushed around by these early conditioned behaviours. Now, I'm always delighted to hear your thoughts and to know what you think about this subject and even share some of your experiences. It is a powerful step forward. Freeing yourself from these old behaviours is always worthwhile, not always comfortable. And it might even make you laugh and you think, my goodness, I sound just like my dad or my mum. I just breaking free from those behaviours, being able to discriminate between attitudes that are helpful and attitudes that are not helpful can make an incredible difference to the quality of your life. Let me know what you think. I am going to look forward to being back with you in a few days, but in the meantime, let me wish you a wonderful week. I'll see you soon.